Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. I thought today we would have a look at the new vehicle which is coming in for War Thunder. This is for the new event and it is the R400. It's a light tank coming in for Germany, and with the recent update to the game, it's now in the files. So understand that this is not available to view yet. Basically user hangered it in, so if you want to have a look at it, you can do it through there. We had a look at it on the dev server yesterday. Now it's time to have a look at it on the live server. This event for this is the Fast and Dangerous event, and it starts on the 19th of November, so you can get access to this pretty soon if you just play ground battles. We're going to go through all of its features today, all of its mobility options, and then also many of the other parts of it. As always, if you enjoy this content, make sure to subscribe and also like the video. So let's get started. Number one, this vehicle has the L7A3. This is a fantastic gun, and what it gives it access to is some really good rounds. You can also see that they have actually modeled in the trunnion as well, and also on the rest of the X-ray, they have added in all of the different pieces. You can see here actually that the FCS system also does have a use, so if you take this out, you lose all of these components. You may remember on a lot of the MBTs that got their FCSs modeled, Gaijin said that if they're waiting until a lot of them get it modeled, so therefore they can add in all of the abilities of the FCSs in terms of if you knock them out, what happens to them. But for some reason, for light tanks and other vehicles like the SPAAs, this is not a rule that they're following. So the R400 now gets a fully modeled FCS. You also get a fully modeled horizontal here. It actually looks pretty cool. You got the driver controls, the power system, and then also some radiators in the back and the engine too. So this vehicle in general is looking incredibly well modeled. The gun itself is two-plane stabilized. It has the standard reload of a 105L7, the 8.7 stock and 6.7 ace, and also has very nice firing angles with -8 degrees and +20 on the gun itself. The turret rotation speed is also pretty decent, not as good as other vehicles at the BR such as the Beglett Panzer, but that one is definitely kind of completely different in terms of how it's set up. You also have access to some decent elevation speed too at 10 degrees per second, which is better than a lot of MBTs at this BR, which is stuck at 4 or 5 degrees per second. You can also see where the ammo is. Now, this isn't labeled as the kind of first stage ammo, but I'm guessing this is going to be the first stage right here. You can see that the loader is right next to it, and then you also have the gunner and commander who does have fire controls, and then also the driver in the front. What's actually cool about the crew inside, you can actually see that the loader is modeled in a way where he's not just stood up straight, he's actually crouched and ready to go, which I don't think I've ever seen before in a vehicle. Maybe there has been, but I think that's actually just really cool how they've decided to model it that way. So that's pretty awesome. So the engine, this has been a point of contention of many. It's a 385 horsepower engine for a 24.5 ton platform. Doesn't seem really good. Then you have this transmission, which means it can go 115 kilometers forward, or kilometers an hour forward, but 11 kilometers an hour backwards. That's a pretty decent reverse speed, not the best. Definitely when I was playing the Chieftain recently, that has the same reverse speed as it, and it was able to get, in and out of situations quite well. The only issue, of course, is the fact that you can't retreat as quickly as other light vehicles, which is what you're comparing it to. But overall, I think it's fine. So the armor, 20 millimeters, 25 millimeters. This is not going to save you from anything unless somebody is really unlucky and ricochets on this little area here. It's not stopping anything. You can see that on this little area, it's greater than 100. Basically, everything will ricochet on this. But if you just shoot at center mass here, or in the turret, you'll be able to go through it. It's 15 millimeters on the side, 25 millimeters on the side of the turret, 15 millimeters on behind, and then on the top, it's 11 millimeters, which is really bad, and then also 11 millimeters here. So survivability through armor is not a thing for this. It really shouldn't be a surprise, just because of the fact that this type of vehicle is not really designed for that kind of setup. It's more designed to shoot and scoot which is how you play stuff like the Radkampfwagen and the TAM, and also many others. You can also see it does have quite a variety of nice camos, pretty much the same as all of the other German ones, but as we know, they are very nice. So let's have a look at its modifications. This vehicle is an event vehicle, so it's not a premium. That means that you won't get the premium bonuses and you'll have to research it out. So it'll be 187,000 RP to get everything. The interesting thing about this vehicle, though, is it has a ton of rank 4 modifications, which means that each one is a little bit more cheaper than it could be. So at least there's that. You can see that you get the stock DM12, which is abysmal at this BR against most of the competition that you'd be fighting. Luckily, there is a rank 1 DM23 shell, which is generally pretty good. This is nearly equivalent to the L26, which we were using in the Chieftain the other day. Just to give you an idea of it, it has a larger projectile mass, so it does more kind of cone damage on the end of it. And then also it has a little bit more penetration. So this round should be fine at this BR, unless you get fully up-tiered and stuff like Abrams's and things like that. Then you have parts, you have FPE, of course. You do have thermals on this, which is kind of surprising. This is probably why it's 9.7 instead of 9.3. And it gets gunner thermals and driver NVDs. So no commander stuff, unfortunately. You then also get the DM33, which is a fantastic round for the 105. There's only really one round better than this, and it's the DM63, which you can get. But yeah, the DM33 is fantastic. It sucks it's a rank 4 mod, but it'll be fine. And then also you got the laser rangefinder. Alongside that, smoke grenades, which I think you get 8 of them, which is quite nice. And then also all the engine and transmission stuff as well. So this vehicle generally, I think, will be quite good in that regard. Just remember, when it comes to these stats, you've got to look at it in terms of the modifications and how those kind of set it up. So yeah, it might be a little bit sluggish at the start, but it'll get going as it goes. So let's have a look at the test drive just to kind of show you what the vehicle is kind of like. Just remember, it's not fully spaded yet, so this is kind of its stock experience. So in terms of reverse, this is what you have. As I said, not fantastic for a light tank, but generally okay. And then also, if we have a look at the forward mobility of this, since it has the 6-wheeled setup, you can actually see that it gets up to 30 kilometers an hour pretty easily. Then you can kind of wander around. So compared to like a Radkampfwagen, which is incredibly quick and around the place, it is not exactly fast, but generally I would say it's completely fine to, you know, just wander around with and have a good time with. I saw a lot of people worry about kind of the speed of this thing, but for me, I don't think it's going to be that big of an issue. Like, I get there's going to be faster vehicles around the place, like the BMDs, for example, and then also other vehicles, such as the Radkampfwagen, but I don't really envision a problem with this vehicle, especially as you get more modifications on it. You can see that it's pretty quick. Like, once you get up to speed, we're easily going over 60 kilometers an hour, and you know, you're not really going to need more of that as you go around. The turning as well is not too bad. You can see that you don't actually lose pretty much any speed while turning either. That's a full 180 and we only lost like 10 kilometers an hour, so you can just definitely do that and have a bit of fun. And also at the same time, it has some pretty nice thermals. So I think these might be Gen 2. They're probably Gen 1, but yeah, they'll be good enough to be able to go through everything. So the simple fact is, this vehicle is looking very nice. You know, the turret rotation is fixed because it's not exactly fantastic, but the actual like rotation of the hull can help it out, meaning that it's a lot nicer compared to previously. And then also the vehicle is just maneuverable enough to be able to be useful. So I think this is going to be a really nice vehicle. I don't think there's going to be too many issues with it. I think it'll be nice, quite nice to just wander around the place and shoot stuff and have a good time. And hopefully people enjoy this one, especially with this DM33, and especially with all of the other crazy vehicles that Germany has around this BR. As always, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. I'd just like to thank GMG Smiley, CD Beans, Chieftain Mike, EMN3 Galaxy, Tulio Pontecorvo, Brendan Quinn, Carrion Crow, Gus Irenicus, Pyman, Wartinder, Teddy, Daniel Stanton, Martinez, B. Young, Ozzy Panzer, Alan Hacker, Liam Shear, Opium Prime, Lafouche, Sem, Aslan, Uncle Bean, and Derek R. for supporting the channel.